Yeah, I think yesterday was a very important day. We kind of knew we were going to get onto the park, but we knew if we get 1 or 2 wickets, especially Samuels and Chanderpaul, although we only got him out in the last wicket, but if you opened up an end with the kind of bowling attack we do have and the way Simon was bowling, we could possibly bowl them out, and thankfully it worked out that way. I think it just shows how important that first innings lead with the bat was, just how important it was. I mean, the way AB played was exceptional to get us to almost 100 runs lead. The wicket seemed to deteriorate quite a lot, more than I've ever seen the Newlands wicket do. It got quite difficult to bat on, and probably a score of 220 or 200 plus would have been quite a challenge.
The way South Africa played, the way they were consistent, and the manner which they went about the game. They were very professional. They didn't give us any loose balls when we were batting. It was very difficult at all times. I think when we got in, we should have carried on, but most of our batters, when we got in, we didn't go on to get that big 100, 50s and 60s, and then our collapse in the middle and lower order, which always put us under pressure.
The opportunity to win the Test match, as Telford mentioned, was yesterday. If we bowl them out for a lowish score, we could basically seal the game. And being a shortened session or shortened day of 50 overs, I felt that the seam bowlers especially, were not going to bowl a lot of overs in the day. So there was all the reason to give 100% throughout the day, and that's what happened. As I said, Simon held one in really well, although Samuels took him on the other end. He did a great job for us, and I managed to rotate the seamers, and as the efforts were brilliant.
Yeah, we think it's a funny old game. If you get 2 early wickets, some ball were keeping low, some were spinning and bouncing. So I think they're a quality team. The reason why they're number 1 in the world, and they came out and showed that they batted well. Dean Elgar, he batted well for the team and himself.
Well, certainly as captain, you hope that you can learn more and more. So I would say after 6 Test matches, I'm learning a lot more about captaincy, and as well as Test cricket, and just getting used to the job almost. I suppose I'm very fortunate in that my tenure as captain has been a very short tenure to begin with, so it's given me a lot of time to contemplate on it. Sri Lanka was certainly a highlight for me, because I don't think many people expected us to win there. We know what a good team they are in Sri Lanka. Zimbabwe, we were almost expected to win, and thankfully we did. And a little bit of the same here. So the team is developing, and I think with the transition of the team, it was probably a good little starting period for the guys who are making their debuts, the youngsters in the team, to get a feel of Test cricket, probably before we play a lot of, I would say, opposition this year, being Bangladesh, India and England. Really, really good opposition.
Everyone expected Shiv and myself, probably Marlon more, to get some more runs. Shiv has been doing it for the past 6-7 years for us. First time I've seen him fail in a series in 8 or 9 years I've been around the team. So I'm sure he's going to come back stronger. Marlon did well as well. I didn't have the best time with my bat, so hopefully I can get some in the one-day series and move on to the World Cup.
Regarding the Test mates, it's been great to have been number 1, I think, after Sri Lanka, and to kind of maintain that. So I'm really happy about that. But ever since I've become captain, I remember saying that it's not about being number 1. This team needs to find the winning team for a long time. And I still believe that will take a bit of time. We've got debutants coming quite regularly. Finding the right guys is a prime objective for us. And it's just so happened that the cherry on the top is basically being number 1 and maintaining a really good standard. Next year will be a really good year, challenging year for us, and hopefully we can continue in that.